Okay, let's try this one last time, the Fluff Festival coin hunt. I think I got it down now. Shouldn't be too hard. After watching a video of someone just do, like, the sort of quickest way of doing it, it looks like extremely doable. I mean, I never remembered this level being hard, I just remembered it being not very memorable, which I guess I didn't remember it then, but you know what I mean. Alright, so I want to do this, and then I want to go up here, and do this. This camera's less than ideal. And then I believe what I want to do is this. Yeah, there you go. And that's how you get this one. If you jump correctly. I was just worried about the flood running out, and I really shouldn't be. It stays okay for a pretty good amount of time. Although now I might die. Awesome. I'm also gonna get this while I'm up here. Now I'm doing this again. So, at least I have that. Alright, let's not fuck this up this time. There we go. And I'm gonna go this way. There we go. Alright, let's carry on then. That was very close. Perspective made me think I was a lot closer to the ground than I was, I guess. Alright, so the next one's over here. Anyway, hopefully this will just be straightforward and we won't have any more problems, and so I can actually talk about something. The only thing that I've really been thinking about lately, well, not the only thing, but one thing that I've been seeing a lot of stuff on the internet about, kind of my own volition, and also just because, I come across it, is about all the stuff that's being announced for Disney Plus, the new Disney exclusive streaming service that's gonna be coming out in November, I guess. And they were specifically, a lot of people bitching, rightfully, about the quote-unquote live-action Lady and the Tramp remake. I'm gonna try to get this blue coin while I'm here. I keep forgetting that, like, blue coins are just kind of part of my post-game goals. So I might as well just be doing them alongside all this other shit. And it would probably be quicker to do one of those slidey ones where you spray the ground first, but I'm bad at them, so I'm not doing that. I'm gonna try to spray it from over here so I can get a straighter head start. I don't like that the camera angle changes whenever you do these. Awesome. Alright. But yeah, I mean, obviously everything sucks. It really does suck balls that, like, we can't even get, like, interesting entertainment. I mean, obviously, interesting entertainment exists, but it seems to be against the tide of a lot of what is mainstream, but we're not even getting, like, interesting mainstream content while we cook to death and while we revert back to serfdom, and it just is shit. Like, everything is just sanitized versions of old shit that you've already seen, and it's just kind of depressing. And Lady and the Tramp, I watched the trailer, and, like, who was watching the original Lady and the Tramp and was like, this would be way better if this were real dogs kissing? And you know what would make it even better than this? Better than this hand-drawn animation that, looks expressive and, but and you know, fits the story of fucking talking dog romance. Not only are they real dogs, but they're interspersed with weird Uncanny Valley CGI dogs. And it's like, who the fuck asked for this shit? And I mean, the real answer is that most of this stuff is just made for babies whose brains haven't developed yet, because parents just need shit to put on in the background of the house to distract their children, because that is the means of distracting the children nowadays. I'm not faulting I'm not being like, fucking parents trying to just distract their kids. I'm not like accusing them of bad parenting. Sometimes your kids are being annoying and you need to distract them while you do some important shit. I understand. But fucking the fact that it's all just quietly serving these terrible companies that are putting absolutely zero effort into the shit they put out is upsetting. And what's even more upsetting is that after complaining about all of this, I'm most likely going to be getting a Disney Plus subscription, because there's gonna be content on it that I wanna fucking look at and talk about. So, and you know, after a certain point, it's gonna be the only place to get those things. So fuck it. Like, no ethical consumption under capitalism, etc. Which I admit is a total cop-out, but I can't worry about that shit right now. I got bigger fish to fry. And there are things of more consequence that I enable with my participation in the world. Okay, what am I doing? I really don't want to do the Pina Park one, but that's the next one. Because, yeah, I already did Noki Bay and Serena Beach's episode 8 missions. And I mean, I guess I could do the Secret Shine here. I mean, I might as well while I'm here. Or I might as well just fall off. That's cool. Alright, well now I need to get it anyway. I'm really excellent at this game. And I hate everything about Pianta Village now. This is just my new least favorite level. It's certainly the one I had the least fun playing this time around. My least favorite used to be Noki Bay, but I actually had a pretty okay time playing that one. But anyway, yeah, the other Secret Shine is just another annoying red coin mission, so... And it's the one where we have to go in the village underside, so just all the ingredients to annoy me, so I might as well get it out of the way now. Yeah, we're doing some of this now, where we have to go back into Shines. Oh, jeez. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like all of my effort is spent talking about how content sucks, and I don't think I'm being reductive, though. I feel like it's kind of plainly obvious that this is the direction of mainstream pop culture and stuff. I just think it's annoying. And it's not even that it, like, doesn't serve my interests, or that, like, these are things that I just don't like. You know, because some people, when I bitch about this, they're like, okay, well, superhero movies aren't your thing, and, you know, Star Wars having a billion spin-offs of things from the 80s and 90s and remakes isn't your thing, but obviously someone wants to, and I was like, well, yeah, I mean, some people like it, and obviously these things make money, but they're also the only thing that the people who make the stuff that people watch are putting in the effort and money to make. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's what people watch, but it's because what's there, and people know what Disney is. Like, they're a brand. Fuck you, Yoshi! Seriously, god damn it. Yeah, I'm official Pianta Village sucks gang now. If anyone wants to try and change my mind, then I guess you can go for it, but my visceral feeling is that this is balls. And once again, this opinion, it has controlling for how shitty I am at the game. Like, I totally understand that, but every other level in this game has managed to, like, even with my levels of shitty, be completely, like, doable. And, you know, the characters have actually done what my demands that I've input into the controller tell them to do. Maybe I just hate Yoshi. Maybe that's the thing. I really don't like Yoshi in this game. I'm mad that he doesn't control like he does in Mario Galaxy 2. And I know this is a different game, but games should be what I want. I just got done talking about people being annoying about shit, and now I'm gonna be annoying. Or I just got done talking about, like, not being mad about what content is out necessarily. But yeah, like, that's the point I was gonna make, was that, like, it's not even necessarily that I have a beef with the kinds of movies. Like, there are plenty of superhero movies that are good and that I enjoy, and, like, I fully believe that you can make an interesting movie out of basically anything. So, like, yeah, no, it's not that I just hate this shit. Of course, now I can get up here with ease. What is the point? What is the point of living? The thing that gets me about Marvel movies is that, like, if they're gonna be these big budget spectacles, can they at least look nice? Like, Marvel movies, most of them look ugly. You know, they're going for a kind of realism that kinda hampers it, in my opinion. And they're just, again, it's such a sanitized, this is like a bad place to be, honestly. I can't really get down there easily, and God knows I can't flutter jump over there. Okay, cool. Jump on the Yoshi. Alright, Yoshi, thanks for nothing. Literally just needed you for one step of this process. Alright, let's, I think I need to be... You do get the flood when you replay these, but I think I need to be thrown in order to get many of them. Are you gonna throw me at this? Well, you did a terrible job. Hello, throw me again, please. Not what I wanted. I have 0 out of 8 coins right now. Alright. Nah, fuck you. I'm just gonna fly over there, buddy. I kinda don't trust myself, so you throw me. Please don't throw me off the edge. I hate you. Alright, doing post-commentary now. I got kinda pissed off and took a little break after fucking that up. And then I just went ahead and got a bunch of shines without talking over them. And it was a very peaceful time. Except not really. This is my successful attempt at this shine about 30 minutes later. I don't know what it was, but I just found a way to fuck up every single time at a different part of it. And yeah, you can definitely just float around here. It was usually around this part that I was fucking up, usually with this guy either getting a bad angle or this next dude here that throws you. And also missing the red coins that are around the bend here. And of course, as all of this was happening, I was trying to make nuanced points about fucking corporate media, and that was going about as well as you fucking heard it. It wasn't going very well. I was just trying to say in a very messy and roundabout way that, you know, nothing new. Disney's corporate conglomeration sucks ass, and I was just lamenting how this stage of society just can't make popular entertainment that isn't some retread or pastiche of past things. And I should do, and I want to do a whole video essay on the phenomenon. It's commonly called hauntology, and it has to do with capitalist realism, which is also a topic that, just in general, is interesting to me. But obviously, it's too nuanced and complicated of a topic for me to be talking coherently about while I'm sucking dick at collecting red coins in Mario Sunshine. So that's why I should do a video essay on it. So, look out on the main channel for that in some undetermined amount of time, because I don't know when I'm gonna do it. I forget what I'm doing here. You would think I would know, because I just edited this video, but I don't. Oh, I'm going to Pina Park, yes. So, this next one is one that I did a little jig around the hole there. That's what she said. I was hyping this one up as being the absolute worst of any of the Episode 8 missions. Pure dog shit, in hindsight. I did this in one try. It wasn't nearly as hard as I remember it being. I also remembered in my head it being much more, like, visually disorienting, but I honestly think I was imagining, the segment of this from Picked Upon a Bus's LP of it, and the quality of that Let's Play is, abysmal, and everything looks... I don't know, everything just looks really smeary. I thought that this little button was how you got up. I completely forgot how this mission started, so have fun watching me wade through the water collecting these coins for no reason. You don't even get anything. I thought, well, at the very least, like a quarter of the way through this, I was like, okay, this is probably this doesn't have anything to do with the actual mission. And yeah, then I kept thinking you had to grab onto the strings. Because, I mean, it's right there. I just, I thought... There's weirder shit you do in this game. Anyway. Speaking of, like, terrible content that's coming out, apparently this has been, like, in the works and known about for, like, almost a year. I'm very slow to all of this news. I don't know what circles I need to be hanging out in so that I can get a hold of this SpongeBob news when it actually comes out, but because it took me a while to know that they were remaking Battle for Bikini Bottom as well, which, by the way, I saw THQ Nordics. They did like a 12 minutes of gameplay from the Jellyfish Fields level of that game, and I just got done watching that earlier today, and I mean, it definitely looks good, and I mean, it was certainly fun seeing like a remaster of, because Battle for Bikini Bottom is like one of the only older games that I have that sort of level of familiarity with that a lot of people have for more well-known classic games for like the N64 and shit. Just because that's when I was coming up on games, and those were the games I was playing. Yeah, I mean, so I don't get to have that experience of like, oh, all of this shit, like, down to last detail, and I can, like, tell all the differences, but I can. And bearing in mind that all of this footage is from, like, pre-alpha, like, this game probably isn't coming out for another, like, 2 or 3 years, most likely, I have to say, I really hope that they, tighten up the controls and animation, because I didn't know I couldn't tell, obviously, how the controls felt from the video, but it just seemed like they were a lot less fluid than the control of SpongeBob in the original game. It was very floaty, and it mostly just came down to his animation. It was, because when SpongeBob jumps and lands in that game. Like, he squashes and stretches. He looks like he has some cartoony weight to him. And, like, the size of him is believable within the game world. Like, everything looked very small in this demo, just the world, because SpongeBob was so big and took up such a big portion of the screen. And I'm just wondering if that's going to be, like, the final way things look and play in that game, or not, because, you know, obviously it's a remaster, not every single thing needs to be the same. I was surprised, and I guess maybe they will, you know, change this when it gets closer to release time, but I was surprised that they were just using the same sound bites for all the dialogue, just with some of them clipped out. So, like, you know, not everything has to be exactly the same, and obviously they're doing everything they can, you know, everything else in terms of, like, the placement of stuff was pretty much the exact same. I just hope in the look and feel of it, I hope that they tighten it up a little bit from what it looked like. But again, it's pre-alpha, so I'm really sure it's going to be fine. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about was apparently they're going to make a spin-off SpongeBob show, and it's going to be about them at, like, a daycare or when, like, they're babies. And yeah, this pissed me off when I first played this because the balloons just come back after you beat it, and I was like, do I have to do all that shit again? But nah. Yeah, I forget what it's called. SpongeBob spin-off. See, this is why it's cool. When doing post-commentary, I can Google shit. Yeah, Camp Coral with 2 Ks. It's something like a summer camp. And I believe it's premiering either next year or the year after, but I really don't want that. I think that sounds like it will suck ass. I honestly just kind of wish they would end the show, but SpongeBob is, to this day, like, one of Nickelodeon's biggest cash cows, so I doubt it. They should just make fucking video games, honestly. Just make good SpongeBob video games. People will play them. And, you know, the THQ Nordic thing confirmed that they are, like, aware of the speedrunning community around that game and other SpongeBob games, so bada boom, bada bing. Like, you know, lean into that. But the kids are, you know, I'm biased, obviously. I think that kids my age were eaten when we were growing up. I certainly was enjoying myself. Me and Liv were going through some old, like, Disney Channel original movies, just looking at a list of them and reminiscing, and, like, you know, obviously remains to be seen whether or not they slap as hard as I remember them when I was 4 through 10, but at the time I was digging them. But everything, I don't know, all the, like, new versions of stuff seem a lot more garish now. There's also the issue of, like, and I didn't know this beforehand, but apparently Steven Hillenburg, like, heavily objected to having a spin-off series ever exist in the first place. And so there are fans who are charging that Nickelodeon waited until he died to announce this, and I mean, obviously I don't know if they actually deliberately had this idea and were like, well, we'll wait for the old, you know, the old Steve, you know, to kick the bucket and then we'll launch this baby. But, you know, I'm certain that discussion of a spin-off series was happening long before this, and Hillenburg probably objected to it. And, you know, again, I don't think they had a plan that they had stashed away, like, in a file marked when Steve dies, but when he died, there was probably someone like, hey, is that show on now? And they're like, well, let's wait a second, but sure. And now it's been a second, so here we go. I mean, I'm probably not gonna watch it, but I feel bad for the children who have to. I feel bad for children on YouTube. I was talking to my brother today. I was texting him, and I was telling him about, like, the hellscape of nursery rhyme YouTube videos, and how, like, disturbing bot videos get mashed in with them and freak kids out. Because, you know, they, as I was saying earlier, you just leave your kid to do something on your fucking iPad or whatever, and just go down a YouTube rabbit hole. I was telling him about it because he had never heard of any of that, and then right after that I was looking at one of my videos on this channel that, you know, doesn't have any tags related to any of that shit, and a bunch of fucking nursery rhyme videos were in the recommended videos, so... Love living in Hell World, love being in computer dystopia. But yeah, see you next time for more Red Coin stuff in post-commentary.